Welcome to the session. Today I am going to explain you about the first PUC syllabus with the continuation of the plant kingdom. In the previous class I started the bryophytes. Bryophytes is the second group under what? The plant kingdom. First was algae, second is bryophytes. Bryophytes are advanced than that of what? The algae. So with brief, the bryophytes are the amphibians of plant kingdom. They particularly grow in the damp places and their population is more during the rainy season. And the thallus, of course, is not differentiated into typical root, stem and the leaves, but in some bryophytes there are root-like, stem-like and leaf-like structures showing that they are advanced than that of the algal members. And there are even the sex organs by name archegonium and that of the antheridium like that. And the life cycle has two phases, gametophytic and sporophytic. Of course, the gametophyte is haploid in nature and is independent, on which the sporophyte, which is diploid, depend upon. Now, in the last class itself, I explained you about the salient features of bryophytes. Now let us know the classification of the bryophytes. The bryophytes include two classes mainly. One is Hepatica and the another one is Musi. So Hepatica means, hepatic means that is liver. Hence it is even called as liver words. The typical example for Hepatica are Rixia and Marchantia. Observe here the diagram what I have written is the Marchantia plant. Here the body of the Marchantia is dorsoventrally flattened. The ventral surface of this is attached to the substratum by what? Root-like structure, not typical roots. Root-like structures called rhizoids. Now this is the thallus. Of course, the thallus has no true stem, root and leaves. Still the thallus is having a midrib-like structure. This is the one. And it is dichotomously branched. Dichotomous branching in the sense dividing into two equal branches like this. And then in the notches of this branch, this depression is called the notch. From this notch, the sex organs arise. Here I have written archegonium. Archegonium is the female sex organ and it is almost like that of the umbrella shaped structure. It is found on a stalk-like structure called archegonocore. And then here in this Marchantia, the male and the female sex organs are found on different plant body. That means to say they are unisexual form. Observe here on the midrib region there are cup-like structures. They are called gemma cups, or even the plural form of this is gemmae. The gemma cups are the green in color, multicellular, containing the buds. And these gemma cups detach from the plant body and then ultimately grow into new individual. That is the Jammakams. Now, this is the overall description for what? Markantia. Here I explained you about an individual bryophyte by name the Markantia. The features what I explained for it with little modifications is applicable universally to all the members of hepatic A. Now let us know about the salient features of this hepatic A class. Observe, they grow in where? Shady and damp places. That means damp in the sense where there is moisture content. They grow in the damp soil or even on tree trunks where there is moisture. So, and also there should be what? Shady area. That is where they grow. The second, the plant body is what? Thallus with no differentiation of true root, stem and leaves. Then there are root-like structures. As I said earlier, the structures are not comparable to that of the typical roots what you find in higher plants. So, but anyhow, they are the unicellular root-like structures which are helpful in fixation and even drawing the nourishment from the soil or from the surroundings. Then, asexual reproduction occurs by fragmentation of what? The thallus or by budding. The buds are for the parum in these Jammakams. So these are the two methods of asexual reproduction. Then the sexual reproduction occurs by the formation of gametes. Which are the sex organs in the bryophytes? As I told you earlier, the male sex organ is antheridia and the female sex organ is archegonia or archegonium, that is singular. The antheridium or antheridia produces more number of the male gametes called antherozoids, which are comparable to the animal sperms. And then archegonium produces only one egg. The fertilization of the egg and the antherozoids occur in water body. Water is the media through which the fertilization occurs, resulting in the formation of a diploid what? Zygote. Zygote is diploid. Now, this zygote by mitotic division forms a diploid body by name sporophyte. So, sporophyte is the diploid body formed by mitotic division of what? A diploid zygote. Then the sporophyte is get attached to what? The gametophyte. It is not an independent one. This sporophyte by meiotic division forms haploid spores. Then these spores germinate and form what? The haploid gametophyte. Remember, spores are what? Haploid. How these haploid spores are formed? So they are formed by the mitotic division from a diploid sporophytic body. Now these spores form gametophyte. Later on, the sporophyte is formed, then gametophyte, like that. It is repeated in its life cycle. But one thing you remember, that the gametophyte is the dominant on which the sporophyte depends upon. That is the hepatic A. The typical examples are Markansia and Riccia. That is the first class. Now the second one is the Muzyte. The examples are masses. Remember, here also, as it is a bryophyte, naturally gametophytic body is what? Haploid and is dominant, on which sporophyte depends. The gametophytic body consists of protonema, that is one stage, and another stage is the leafy stage. Now, the protonema develop from spores, whereas the leaves develop from the protonema. Remember, protonemal state develops from spores. For example, you observe here, this is the protonema which developed from the spore, and these are the secondary protonema. From these secondary protonema, these two leafy stage arise or develop. Then, the thallus, as I said in the beginning, is advanced over the algae, because in algae you did not come across any root-like, stem-like or leaf-like structures. And of course here, the thallus do not contain what? True root, true stem and true leaves. But it contains what? Root-like, stem-like and leaves-like structure. Hence we can say the bryophyte is advanced than that of algae. Observe here, these are the rhizoids which are root-like. These are the protonema which are stem-like. And these are the leafy stages which are, the leaves are spirally arranged, which are leaf-like. That is the one. The next, whereas the asexual reproduction occurs by the fragmentation of the thallus. I hope you know that fragmentation in the sense the thallus cut into number of fragments or segments, and each segment or fragment can grow into a new individual. And then by budding from the secondary protonema. Secondary protonema by budding, they represent what? Asexual reproduction. Whereas thallus by fragmentation. The next, sexual reproduction. Remember, here the sex organs, as it is a bryophyte, naturally the sex organs are what? The female sex organ is archegonium and the male sex organ is the antheridium. The archegonium produce what? The only one egg. Whereas antheridia produce what? Several antherozoids. So these antherozoids and the archegonium fuse where? They fuse in the water body, resulting in what? As like under hepatic A, they fuse together forming diploid zygote. The zygote by repeated mitotic division results in what? A diploid sporophyte. Because mitosis, as you are aware, is an equational division. The resultant daughter cells contain the same number of the chromosomes whatever present in its parental cell. And the zygote by mitosis forms the diploid sporophyte. Then the sporophyte by meiotic division forms what? The haploid spores. Because meiosis is a reductional division. As a result of it, 4 daughter cells are formed, and each daughter cell contains half of the number of parental chromosomes. Suppose in the parental chromosome, the chromosomal number is 24, then here, if at all it is an haploid cell, then it contains only 12. That is haploid. If at all it is mitosis, then even the daughter cell contains 24 chromosomes as found in its parental cell. This is only an example. This chromosomal number never matches with this one. Then the zygote by the meiotic division forms what? Spores. Spores form what? The protonema. Protonema is nothing but what? The gametophyte. It is the gametophyte. So, the protonema is the gametophyte, thereby, then what forms? The sex organs form. Here also there is the gametophytic generation alternates with that of sporophytic generation, like that. There is alternation of generation, that is called even metagenesis, one after the other generation, like that. The typical examples for this, the mucoid are Phaneria, Polytrichum and Sphagnum. Now, in order to understand easily, let us take up one example of that, the class by name Phaneria. Observe here, the Phaneria at its basal region has unicellular root-like structures, not roots, root-like structures called what? Rhizoids. These rhizoids are helpful in fixation or attachment to the substratum and also helpful in drawing what? Nourishment from the surroundings. Then observe the protonema. Protonema is a gametophytic body formed out of what? Spores. This protonema forms what? Secondary protonema. Observe, from the secondary protonema, the leaves arise as buds and ultimately lead to the formation of several spirally arranged what? Leaves. All these are said to be the leaves which are spirally arranged. Arise from where? Arise from the secondary protonema. Remember, protonema arise from the spore. Leafy stage arise from secondary protonema. Here in the figure 2, branches are shown. So from one branch, what arises? The female sex organ by name Archegonium is formed. On the other branch, the male sex organ by name Antheridium is formed. That means to say here, the two sex organs are found on separate branches of the same plant, not on different the plants. Same plant but on different branches. Now, from this, the female, the part, there arises what? A sporophyte. From year to year it is sporophyte. How this sporophyte is formed? The sporophyte is formed by the fusion of what and what? The male gamete by name antherozoid and the female gamete by name egg in water forms zygote. That zygote by mitotic division forms what? Sporophyte. Observe this sporophyte typically consists of 3 parts. The basal part is food by which it is get fixed to the leafy stage of this female part. And then it has a long, thin thread-like structure called seta. And then at the terminal end, it has a capsule. The capsule contains what? Spores. And it is covered by a lid by name calyptra. Whenever the spores are get matured, the capsule is get what? They ruptured, releasing what? The spores. So then the spores form what? The gametophytic body, that is the protonema. From the sporophyte, the spores are formed by what division? As I said earlier, by meiotic division. Thereby the spores are applied that form the gametophytic body by name protonema, which is an haploid like that. Like this, the gametophytic generation and sporophytic generation alternate with each other in the life cycle of these bryophytes. So these are the two classes what prescribed in your syllabus under the bryophytes. Now lastly, under this bryophytes, let us consider how much they are economically important. Now let us take up one by one. First of all, sphagnum. Sphagnum is a marine bryophyte. These sphagnums are collected, allowed to dry, and then used as what? Fuel. And they are very soft in nature. They are also used like a packing material in transporting the materials or delicate articles like that of the glasswares or any other which are supposed to be very delicate objects. Then the mosses become the food for many birds and mammals. The another one is along with the lichens. Lichens, I hope you know that it is the association of the fungus and algae. That is the lichen. The fungal member is called mycobiont. The algal member is called the phycobiont. The algae can synthesize the food, whereas the fungus provides raw material to the algae for the food synthesis. If we separate both alga and the fungus from each other, both of them cannot survive independently. This is because of the fact that the alga can synthesize the food but cannot get raw materials. And on the other hand, the fungus can get the raw material but unable to synthesize the food. Hence, both of them cannot survive independently. Hence, the association is compulsory or obligatory, which is called the obligatory mutualism, or even sometimes called as symbiosis. Now these bryophytes along with the lichens are helpful in decomposing the rocks, thereby provide a suitable environment for the growth of higher plants in the ecological succession like primary, secondary, tertiary, and even the climax succession like that. So that is helpful in providing the suitable environment for the development of the higher plants. Then lastly, the mosses grow in plenty. Where they grow? They grow in the damp and shady places. Thereby, whenever the mosses are in plenty, they form a dense mat over the soil surface. It is as good as a mat spread over the soil. What is the advantage of that one? As it forms a dense green mat on the soil surface, whenever there is heavy rainfall, it cuts off what? The speed of the rainfall. So thereby it prevents what? The soil erosion. What is soil erosion? Removal of the topsoil is called soil erosion. If at all the rain, whenever there is heavy rainfall, so when the rain drops directly hit the soil surface, if the soil surface is not covered with any mat-like structures or grass like that, naturally the soil erosion or removal of the topsoil is more. That is called the soil erosion. Removal of the topsoil is called soil erosion. Whenever these masses form the dense mat over the soil surface, naturally it avoids or it prevents the speed of that rainfall, thereby prevents the soil erosion. This is the another advantage or the economic importance of these bryophytes. And that means to say the bryophytes to some extent are economically important. So with this, the second group of plantae or plant kingdom by name bryophytes is completed. In the next class, I will take up the third group by name pteridophytes. Thank you, Vananda.